Hello. Been a while. I've been not so good for the last week. Had a little bit of a bug, nothing too sinister, fortunately, but it's okay now. So back in the studio, going to do quite a nice gentle flow, hopefully. Going to try and mix it up a bit. Might go a bit off piece, so to speak, but that's what it's all about, isn't it? Let's get a bit innovative, a little bit imaginative with our yoga. Let's see where the mood takes us. Okay, going to start in a child pose, just to get centered. So take your knees out nice and wide, join your big toes together, slowly sit the hips back on the heels, rest the head down onto the mat. Gently press into the mat with your fingers, fingertips, soft through the shoulders, soft through the hips. Breathe into your belly, breathe into the bottom of your lungs, allow the belly to sink to the floor. Take a moment here just to feel connected with your body. Just loosen off any tension, any contraction muscles that doesn't need to be contracting. Find that grounding in the mat. Dial your mind into the practice, wherever it might be at the moment. Into your breath. Just check in with yourselves. See how you feel. Recognize what's going on in your head. What distractions, what's pulling your mind away from your practice. When you notice that, when you see those little nudges away, take a breath. Bring your mind back into the game, into your breath, into the feel of the ground beneath you, into the movement. Don't worry if this happens fairly frequently, that's okay. Even if we draw our mind into our body, our breath, our feelings, just a few times, that's enough. Settling into that nice Ujjayi breath. Slowing the breath down, feeling the movement of breath through the throat. Releasing. Finding some comfort in your skin. Rest on your bones. Okay, look up between the hands. Lift your wrists up onto your fingertips, tripods. Draw the shoulders back. Find length through the arms here. Feel how that activates shoulder muscles. Okay, coming up to your knees. A couple of cat-cows here. So breathing in, softening through the belly. Let the belly go down to the floor. Breathing out, rounding through the spine. Dropping the head, tucking the tailbone under. With your breath, maybe close your eyes. Maybe visualize your spine. Okay, and then tucking your toes in, sit back on the heels, push into the mat with your toes, straighten the legs into downward dog, pedal through the legs here. Just stretch out any tension, any stickiness in the back of the legs. Come up onto your toes, round through your back, come forwards with the hips, and then lower the hips down, engaging the core into your plank here. Shoulders on top of wrists, really firm engagement through the core. Dropping the chest down. And breathe. Drop onto your knees anytime. Okay, when you're ready, knees down, tops of the feet on the mat. Elbows tuck in, lower the chest down. Draw the chest away without pressing into the mat with the hands. Into cobra, baby cobra, and come back down. Next inhale, again, draw the chest away, firing up those lower back muscles. And come down. And again, lift it up. And down. Push up onto your knees. Sit back on the heels to stretch out those muscles you just compressed, just really worked. And breathe. Look up between the hands. Another downward dog. Tuck the toes in. Lift the knees away. Send the heels down. Inhale the left leg nice and high up into three-legged dog. Bend the knee, take the knee out to the side. Keep that knee going higher and higher, but keeping the pressure even through the hands and pushing back into that back heel, opening up the hip. Come back down. Change over, so right leg goes up nice and high. Bend the knee, take the knee out. Think about your foundation, your grounding, and then lift that knee up to go for a deeper opening of the hip here. Come back down. Look up between the hands, slowly walk to the top of the mat. Okay, dropping the head down. Tucking the chin in, pulling the belly in, and using your belly to support your lumbar spine as you slowly roll up with real good firm integrity through your core. As you come to an upright position, roll the shoulders back. Inhale the hands up, tall mountain. Exhale, straight leg, forward bend. Bend the knees if it's tough on your lower back. Come all the way forwards, bringing the hips forwards so you're straight vertical through the legs, lean onto the border of the feet, lifting the sit bones up, finding tension in your hamstrings. If you're good to go, take your hands behind your legs, draw your chest and your head further to the floor, lifting those sit bones up even more. Then bend the knees, hands to the floor, walk all the way back to a plank position. Inhaling through, shoulders on top of wrists. You can drop onto knees, chest, chin, come into a cobra, or you can load to a chaturanga, half press up. Shoulders on top of the elbows, tops of the feet on the mat. Draw the chest forward, through and up. Lift up. Maybe the knees and the thighs come off of the mat. Draw the shoulder blades back. Really engaging through the core as you pull your solar plexus into the rib crest. Keep that core engagement and breathe. You can drop onto your knees into tabletop and into downward dog, where you can use that core to lift the hips up, roll step over the toes, downward dog. Look up between the hands, walk a step or a jump to the top of the mat. Bent knee forward, bend, tuck the chin in, core engaged as you roll up with integrity. Inhale the hands up and exhale down. Okay, let's get into it. Hands come to heart center, to your chest. Ground down through your right foot. Step the left foot back into a lunge position. Inhale the hands up, high crescent lunge. Exhale, lunge dip, bend the knees, float the arms down the side of the body. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, float the hands down either side of that right foot, low lunge. Turn the shoulders to the right, take a right hand up for a twist here. And come back down. Ground that back heel down. Inhale the hands forward and up into warrior one. Proud posture, feeling strong here. Drawing that solar plexus up again into the rib crest. Taking the arms out wide, maybe palms face each other. Feeling a proud warrior. Right knee pointing over right toes. Inhale. On an exhale, turn in warrior two. Palms down. Focus as middle finger of right hand. And back into reverse warrior as you lift up through that right hand. And then windmill all the way down. Hands come on the inside of that right foot. Okay. From here, we're going to lift the toes up, pivot on the heels, and wheel around to the other side. Okay, coming into a low lunge position. Turn the shoulders to the left, take the left hand up and down. Inhale, lift the hands up, high crescent lunge. Exhale, lunge dip. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold forwards. Ground that back heel down. When you're ready, lift up into warrior one again. Really power, full integrity of your core as you pull that solar plexus up. Taking the palms to face each other, arms are quite wide, feeling proud in this posture. Warrior two, left arm in front, right hand behind. Look over the middle finger of your left hand. Reverse warrior, looking up, and windmill all the way down. Hands on the inside, onto your heels. Walk all the way around, into low lunge. Step back into downward dog. Inhale through to plank. Exhale to the floor. Inhale into cobra or upward dog. Exhale into downward dog through table if you want. Look up between the hands, bend the knees, step, walk, or float to the top of the mat. Bend knee forward, bend, tuck the chin in. Roll up, standard. Inhale the hands up. Hands come down onto your chest. Lean into your right foot, step the left foot back, high lunge. Lift the arms up on an exhale, sweep the arms forwards and back like aeroplane wings. Then lift up, high lunge. Ground that back heel, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. And then straighten that front leg, reverse triangle. Come all the way upright, lean forwards, bend at the waist for triangle. And hold and breathe, look to the side or look up. Bend that front knee, take the hands all the way down on the inside. Walk the hands to the center, pigeon toe your feet. Wide leg forward bend, dropping the head and the chest down. Breathe. And push into the mat with the hands as you lift the chest. Wheel all the way around to the other side. Into a lunge position here. Inhale the hands up, high crescent lunge. Exhale, sweep the hands forwards and back on this side. Inhale, lift up, high lunge. Warrior two. Floating, reaching through the arms, looking over the middle finger of the left hand. Lift the left hand up, reverse warrior, turn and look up, going for height, and then straighten that front leg, reverse triangle. And then come all the way upright, lean forwards, bend at the waist, triangle. Find that nice flat alignment through the body. Look it down at the mat, lift your back heel as you take the hands down to the floor, low lunge. Step back into downward dog. Inhale through to plank, exhale all the way down. Inhale into cobra, high cobra or upward dog. Exhale onto your knees and into downward dog, or lift the hips up and roll over. Inhale the left leg nice and high, come up onto the toes of the right foot. Step the left foot forward between the hands. Inhale, sweep the hands forwards and up into high crescent lunge. Exhale, a lunge dip. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, float the hands forwards, low lunge. Turn the shoulders to the left, lift the left hand up for twist. Exhale, down. Ground that back heel. Inhale the hands forwards and up into warrior one. Ready for warrior two as you turn in slightly, left arm in front, right hand behind, looking over the middle finger of that left hand. Reverse warrior, lift up with that left hand. And a big windmill, hands come down on the inside of that left foot. Lift your toes up, come all the way back into the middle, pigeon toe the feet. Gently press into the mat with the left hand, turn the shoulders to the right, take the right hand up for a twist. Come back down, turn the shoulders to the left, take the left hand up for a twist. Come back down, walk the hands all the way around to the right. Ready to lift up into a high lunge position. lifting up, and a lunge dip, lifting up, warrior two. Sweep the hands down and up in front of you into warrior one, and fold forwards, slow lunge, step back to downward dog, inhale through to plank, side plank onto your right foot, lift the left hand up, maybe take the top leg up, maybe take the top arm forwards, challenge yourself and accept the challenge. And come back to side plank, roll all the way through onto the other side. Find the stability first, find the grounding, see what the body has for you today. All the way back to plank, knees, chest, chin to the floor. Hands down the side of the body, tops of the feet on the floor. Inhale up into locust. Release, hands down by the ribs, push up onto your knees and sit back into child to counter pose. Take a few breaths here, just feeling how you feel. And come up into tabletop, tuck the toes in, lift into downward dog. Inhale the left leg nice and high. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, the knee down the center to your nose, rounded through the shoulders. And lift up on the inhale. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. And lift up. And drop down. Right leg up on the inhale, right knee to right elbow. And lift up. All the way down the middle. With the breath. Lift up. Cross the body to the left elbow. Lift up. Come back down, look up between the hands, step, walk or a jump to the top of the mat. Slowly roll up to mountain. Inhale the hands up toward mountain. Exhale the hands onto your chest. Lean into your right foot, step the left foot back into high lunge, lift the hands up. A lunge dip. Inhale, lift up, warrior two. Reverse warrior on the inhale, and then exhale to side angle, forearm on thigh, or bring that hand forwards for a big long stretch here. And draw that left arm down behind you, lift it up behind you, lift the back heel, take the right hand behind you, like swept back in lunge. You're going to step to the top of the mat to chair, step to the top of the mat, drop the hips, inhale the hands up into chair, draw the knees back, heavy on the heels, reach the hands forwards to counter and breathe. And fold forwards to a Bentley forward bend, hands on shins. Inhale, lift the chest, straighten the legs into a half forward bend, and then bend the knees, hands to the floor. Walk all the way back to plank, shoulders on wrists. And slowly lower down, chaturanga, tricep press, or onto the floor, cobra, or upward dog, pulling your solar plexus up, bring the shoulders back down the back.
And inhale, roll or step over onto knees into tabletop to downward dog. Look up between the hands, bend the knees, jump or walk to the top of the mat. Tucking the chin in, rolling slowly up to mountain. Inhale the hands up, tall mountain. Hands onto your chest, lean into your left foot. Step the right foot back, high lunge. Lunge dip. Inhale, lift up, high lunge, ground the back heel, warrior two. Reverse warrior, lifting that left arm up as high as you can, and side angle as you windmill all the way down. Forearm on thigh, or fingers to the floor as you bring that right arm forwards. Feeling that stretch, grounding through the outer edge of your right foot, and reaching up with the fingers. Staying connected with the feelings, the sensations in your body and your breath. Drawing that right arm to the floor. As it comes behind you, lift the back heel up. Take the left hand up, swept arms back, ready for chair. So step to the top of the mat, drop the hips, inhale the hands up. Draw the knees backwards, find that imbalance, and then reach forward with the hands to achieve balance. Be working the quads. Keeping your core engaged here just to find that stability. And then fold forward, hands on shins. Inhale, lift the back, straighten the legs, half forward bend. Bend the knees, hands to the floor. Walk all the way back to plank. And then roll onto the outer edge of the right foot. Lift the left foot up, step back on the ball of the foot. Find a wild thing here as you stretch the front of the body, driving those hips up. All the way down to the mat. Transition through plank onto the outer edge of the left foot and find wild thing on this side as you drive those hips forwards. All the way back into downward dog. Bend the knees, look up between the hands, step, walk, or a jump to the top of the mat. Tucking the chin in, rolling slowly up to standing. Inhale the hands up, tall mountain. Hands down onto your chest. Soften the knees a little bit, ground down through your right foot. Float the left leg on top, or the ankle on top of the knee for standing pigeon here. Dropping into this posture. Lifting the hands up, finding the balance here. Pulling your core in, your solar plexus, functional stability, which allows you to straighten that back leg out, sweep the arms back into Superman. And hold and breathe. And come all the way back up, keeping that core engaged into standing staff. Then find standing pigeon how we started. Release and drop the foot down. Float the hands down. Inhale the hands up, tall mountain, hands together. Come down onto your chest, soften the knees. Ground down through that left foot. Find standing pigeon on this side. Pulling your solar plexus in. Really good core functional stability. Still breathing as well. Reach the hands up. And a slow movement as you take that right leg back, sweep the arms back into Superman and find that stability through your body. And then slowly come back to standing staff, taking it nice and steady. Find standing pigeon. Inhale the hands up, straighten up, drop the right foot. Lift up, swan dive down, straight leg forward bend to the floor. Bending the knees, walking all the way back to downward dog. Inhale through to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the floor. Inhale up into upward dog or cobra. And exhale into downward dog. Inhale the right leg nice and high into three-legged dog. Exhale that right foot forward between the hands. Ground the back heel down. Windmill all the way up and around to warrior two. And then a big windmill, bring the hands down on the inside of that leg and find Skandasana. As you bend through the right knee, straighten out through the left leg. Use your hands for support here, or if you're okay with the balance, through the toes. Come into a balanced posture here. Take the hands back to the floor if they're not already there. Push up, walk the hands around to the left, and then stretching out that right leg, finding the stability here in this supporting knee for Skandasana. You can keep your hands on the floor. If it's too much for your knees, that's okay. This is still a really good stretch of your adductors, your hamstrings. Try to soften through the thigh, the knee. Hands come down, walk around to the left, ground that back heel down, and a windmill all the way up into warrior two on this side. Just taking a moment to establish the posture. And then lift your toes up, pivot on your feet at 45 degrees, 5 point, and glide in squat as you lower the hips down. Lift up into 5 point, exhale, glide in squat. Lift up into 5 point and come back down. Hold. And a few little pulses here just to squeeze into those hips. And then lift the hands up, lift the hips up slightly, sumo squat, reaching up with the fingers, pulling your core in. And straighten the legs out, 5 point, parallel the feet, hands on hips, wide leg forward bend. As you come down with your head and your chest, take the hands behind you, clasp the hands, straighten the arms and draw those straight arms forwards. Slowly come all the way up. Hands on hips, heel toe the feet closer together. Turn through to your left. Turn the shoulders, turn the hips around to face the front. Take the hands behind you. You can clasp your wrists or you can take a reversed prayer with your hands. Lift the chest up, pivot at the hips, come forwards into extended forward bend. Taking the chest down onto that straight front leg. Drawing that right sit bone backwards or that front leg sit bone backwards. And slowly come back up. Okay, release the hands. Go through 180 degrees here. And then go again on the other side. So wrists or reverse Namaskara, hands together. Lift the chest up, pivot at the hips, come forwards. Find tension in that hamstring and work with your edge, your range of movement. Release the hands here, drop the hands down to the mat. Bring both feet in line, step back into downward dog and drop down on your knees. Bring your knees together, sit the hips back onto the heels. Let the forehead come down to the floor, take the arms down the side of the body. Elbows release, soft through the upper back. As you breathe in, allow the breath to go into the top back, into the ribs in the back. Feel that expansion. And then lift your head, look up, and use your lower back muscles to come up into hero, if this is okay for you, on your heels. Rest back on your fingertips, lean back, lift the knees away from the mat as you stretch out through the front of the feet. And come forwards. Take the feet out wide. Take the calves out of the way. Try to sit back into hero here. Only going with whatever you've in your range of movement. Go really careful here. If there's any tightness around the knees, don't go any further. If you have got some flexibility in your quads, in your hip flexors, then take the back a little bit just to feel that stretch through your quads. Coming all the way back, tuck the toes in, lift into downward dog just to get the blood supply moving again through the legs. And come down onto our bottoms. So maybe a jump through if it's there for you. If not, just walk down or drop your bottom down. Lean back, find boat posture, hands down the side. If this is too much for you, you can drop your feet down on the mat and do the same thing. But from here, draw your tummy in, exhale the hands up, inhale down. Trying to keep the hips, the lower legs stable. And drop the feet to the floor. Come down onto your lower backs, pull your knees into the chest and give your lower back a massage here by pulling the knees in and releasing. Taking the hands away, okay? Taking the knees so they're above the hips. And on an exhale, toe tap, inhale up. Exhale, toe tap, inhale up. Head and shoulders on the mat if you want. Making sure you're pulling your tummy button in and you're grounded down through your lumbar spine so you can't slide your hand under your lower back. And then there, okay. Now straighten the leg out, come back. Straighten the other leg, come back. Keeping that lower back grounded, really active in your core. Move on the exhale. This allows you to pull your tummy button in even harder. Stop there. You can carry on with those, or you can straighten both legs out. This is where the lower back might arch, so be very careful. If it arches a little bit, drive it down by pulling your tummy button into the floor. Two more. And bring the chest, knees into the chest, massage your lower back. Roll up to seated. Come into cobbler pose, join the soles of the feet together. Hands onto the front here, little movement of the hips in butterfly. We can take a side stretch to the left. Drop the left hand down, bring the right hand over, keeping this bottom sit bone grounded. So the stretch comes across the ribs. Maybe bending that left elbow, going a little bit deeper. Come back up. Okay, so what we're going to do now is take this right leg, cross it over the left leg. Take our left hand and wrap it round the right leg and draw the knee in. Take the right hand behind us and use it as a lever to twist through the spine and turn and look to the right for a twist here. And release. Come back into cobbler. Little butterfly here, just to loosen the hips off. Now we do a side bend to the right, so taking the right hand down, ground through the left sit bone and bring the left arm over the top. And release. Okay, this time we're going to step the right foot over the left knee and then wrap the left arm around. Other way. Thought I'd get it wrong. Take the left foot over the right knee, wrap the right hand around, turn and look to your left. So drawing that knee in, you might find a little bit of a stretch in the glute here, and turning through the shoulders, pulling the tummy button in. And release. Okay, if you can, try to bring the knees closer to each other in this Gomukhasana posture, cow pose, cow face pose. And then take the arms out nice and wide. I'm going to draw the right arm under the left arm, bend the elbows, find eagle arms here, lift the elbows up. This is already good enough. If you can't do eagle arms, forearms press against each other. If you can, come forwards a little bit. See if you can tuck the back of the elbows onto that raised knee. Draw your upper body forwards. Try to soften through your hips. Connect with the sensations in your body in this posture. Feel what's working, what's stretching, what's really engaged. Keeping the breath nice and smooth. Feeling good about yourself. Whatever your expression of this posture, feel really active here.
release. Loosen off the shoulders. Okay, we're going to change over. So crossing the knees in whatever expression, variation, version of this posture you've got, because we're all different. We all compress differently. We've got different shaped legs, different shaped hips, different orientation of the hips. Take the arms out nice and wide. Draw the left arm under, bend the elbows. Find a bind if you can, or backs the hands together, or even forearms stacked, whatever works for you. Just work with compassion in your body. And you only need to go into another level if you want. You can take any variety of the arm posture in this posture. Okay. Taking the lower leg and align it to the edge of the mat. Rest the top foot on top of the knee or the calf and gently apply some pressure here. It doesn't matter where this leg is. It could be right up here, but apply a little bit of pressure till you find some tension. Generally in the side of the hip, the glutes, into that area, spinal, the rotators. And release, change over. So send that top leg onto the bottom, stack the lower legs, however way you can, and then apply some pressure, keeping the toes pointing forwards, keeping the ankles flexed. Release. Down onto your backs. Bring your knees into the chest, massage your lower back, pulling the knees in and releasing. Send the right foot nice and long. Draw the left knee into the chest. Keep hold of the left knee with the right hand. Take the left arm away to the side. Roll all the way over. All the way over. Then turn and look back at that left hand. Find that release through the shoulder. Turn and look up. Release that knee. Come back to a lying position. Extend through the left leg. Send the leg down. Bring the right knee up into the chest. Give it a squeeze here. Keep hold it with your left hand. Take the right arm out to the side. Draw that right knee across to the left. And when you've rolled over to one side, turn and look back at your right hand. Take a few breaths here. Turn and look up. Release that knee, send that leg all the way to the bottom of the floor, bottom of the mat. Take the feet out to the edges of the mat. Take the hands away from the body, back to the hands on the floor. Find a sense of release now across your whole body. Just let go of everything. Allow the ground to envelope, swallow, consume you. And release everything going on in your body. Release the muscles, the tissues, the ligaments. Release any tension. Release any thoughts that are occupying your mind currently. Instead, find some stillness in your body, some quietness in your mind. Follow your nice, steady breath. Stay as long as you want in your Shavasana. I'm going to knock it on the head, disappear. So, hope you enjoyed that. If you did, give me a like, that'd be nice. Otherwise, I'll be posting more videos up over the coming weeks. I'm getting out in Wokingham, if you're local, to do park yoga on a Sunday, free yoga for anybody who wants to come along. Check out the Facebook page, Park Yoga Wokingham, and check out my website, richyoga.org, for all of my classes. It'd be great to see you in a class. And if you've got any suggestions for some videos, drop me a line. I'll be happy to oblige. In the meantime, stay safe. Namaste.